Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing set 76335, Spider-Man versus Ghost Rider Motorcycle. This set retails for $10 and is out right now. You can find it. It's very cheap, very easy to get. It has 72 pieces with one build and two minifigures, the two minifigures being Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. Let's get into the minifigures. First up, I'm going to go over the least interesting out of the two in the set, and that is Spider-Man. Fun fact, this Spider-Man appears in 23 sets, and this is his 23rd appearance, so a very common figure to get, and it'll cost you about $2 if you want him, so I don't know. He does have arm printing, he does have back and front torso printing, and his head does have back and front printing as well. His legs do not, and they're not dual molded or anything, so it makes this minifigure a really least desirable Spider-Man, but a very easy way to get a Spider-Man. In my opinion, he's very bland and not the best Spider-Man we've seen. If they would have given him dual molded legs, I feel like he would have been a little bit better, but ultimately he's just another Spider-Man. Next up, we have Ghost Rider, a minifigure that could be perfect depending on how you mod him. Because this minifigure, his torso and his face are great. Where it lacks is his arms and legs. If they had given him this fire detailing just on his arms and legs even a little bit, I feel like this would have made this minifigure almost perfect. His torso printing is very nice on both sides. I love the chain. I love the flame design. You can see he's holding two flame pieces. This is not the ones that fly or you flick it and it shoots. It's just ones he's holding. And what's different about this minifigure than past Ghost Riders is that this flame piece can actually be taken off. So you can see that it is a separate piece, and we can put it on different minifigures like the Spider-Man here. So that's very cool, and it's very cool to have that, especially to get this minifigure in a cheap set. His face printing is very cool as well. One of my favorite face printings I've seen on a minifigure. It is not glow in the dark for those of you who are wondering, but overall I think this minifigure could be perfect if you mod him in the right way and give him the right pieces. Otherwise, I think he's up there with a 5 or 6 out of 10 minifigure. So this review is going to be very quick and very short just because, well, there's not a lot going on here. But his motorbike is definitely very cool, especially for a $10 motorcycle. It does have these flick flyer shooters on the side. I took out the pieces so I didn't lose them, but it's got flame pieces on the side, and they can just kind of do whatever. I think they look best at the angle like this. It does roll very easily. And on the front, this is not actually a sticker. This is printed on there, and this is a very nice printed piece to have in such a cheap set. This bike is very cool. It is very sturdy for just being a $10 build. I do think it is one of the best sets you can get right now, just for how cheap it is and how many minifigures you get and how good looking the bike actually is. And if we take our minifigure and put him on, you can see he kind of just stands right there, and with the flame pieces off, you can have him gripping the handlebars. This piece is a little bit weird, but I understand why they had to use this piece. So you can see that it's just attached on by that Technic. This front piece can actually be very fragile because it's just held on by a couple of clips, but it sits on there pretty nicely. Does sit a little awkward in my opinion. I feel like there's an easier way to get it to sit, but maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. But yes, definitely a very nice build. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Spider-Man does come with this web piece, which you can attach to the back of the bike and have him just holding on to it like like that. So he's like swinging on it or grabbing onto it. I don't know. You can do a lot with this set. In my opinion, very cool set. My final thoughts on it is, if you see it, pick it up. It's a really solid $10 build. Obviously, Spider-Man's not worth it, but this entire build and minifigure is, especially if you're a fan of Ghost Rider. I would pick it up. So overall, I give this an 8 out of 10 set. Moving on to the box and instructions. So the box is very small, understandably, because it's just $10, and you see the 2 minifigures, the Spider-Man logo, the Marvel, the information on the side, the Marvel logo on the back, just the details, and then some hazards, the 1-to-1 ratio, and then on the inside you get a very small instruction booklet, and you can see Spider-Man, and it's just a very simple process. It does show the Spider-Man sets that are out right now. I do like this one and want to pick that one up, but yeah, nothing crazy. It's your standard instruction booklet, really small. Peace out, y'all.